Hello and welcome. So, this is the Facebook group for A Course in Miracles Soul School. And the way I've set the group up is that no matter what point in the year you join, you can access the daily lesson by typing in the search bar at the top. Instead of the lesson number you want, you type the day. So, for example, day 1, because there are parts in the lessons where you do a review. So you'd look at multiple lessons at once, so that can get a bit confusing if we go by the numbers. So we're going by the day of the year, for example, day 1, day 2, day 3, and then you'll know from yesterday which is your today. So welcome, welcome. Remember that A Course in Miracles is not religious in any way, but it is in the Christian language. There's no doctrine. It is a psycho-spiritual mind training that takes you on a journey without a distance from the thinking mind home to the heart. So from fear to love. So what I'm going to do is read each lesson for the day so that you can hear it, and I'll also give my personal response to it. You will feel in your own heart, you'll feel your response to it. And that's what matters. I've been a student of A Course in Miracles for over 10 years now. And what has struck me is that what changes my consciousness is not listening intellectually to the words, but feeling how they impact my system. So what I'm going to do in day 1 is I'm going to read you the introduction, and then I'm going to read you the lesson for today. The lessons will take a maximum, some of them are longer, they'll take a maximum of 20 minutes of your time. Often it's as little as 5 minutes. And by feeling into the lesson and letting it become active in your vibratory field, which is your energy body, your body, but the energy you feel in your body, that's what changes your consciousness. It goes down through your body and then it comes back into awareness as a changing consciousness. So here we go. So introduction. I'm looking down because I can't read and look at you. Okay, so introduction. This is a course in miracles. It is a required course. Only the time you take it is voluntary. Free will does not mean that you can establish the curriculum. It means only that you can elect what you want to take at a given moment. The course does not aim at teaching the meaning of love, for that is beyond what can be taught. It does aim, however, at removing the blocks to the awareness of love's presence, which is your natural inheritance. Love is who we are, essentially. The opposite of love is fear, but what is all-encompassing can have no opposite. This course can therefore be summed up very simply in this way. Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. And when this text is referencing the word God, it doesn't mean a man on a cloud. It's referencing the same thing that you might call universe or source or science or energy. It's the same meaning. It's that intelligence that is coming to and through you every moment, that is only loving, that gets blocked by our thoughts. So we're learning how to access that presence of love within, which is our internal teacher. Yeah, so just feel that for a moment. Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God, or herein lies the peace of love. God is love. Okay, thank you. Now we go to lesson 1. Okay. So remember, we're learning that we've been taught how to see the world. So we've been trained to see things in a certain way. The first half of the lessons in A Course in Miracles, the first 6 months, are an unlearning of the mind. And the second 6 months are the relearning of the mind in alignment with truth. So the first 6 months are about the thoughts that generate fear in our system And the second 6 months are the thoughts we can have that come through connecting to love in our system. Okay. So lesson 1. Nothing I see in this room, on this street, from this window means anything. Now look slowly around you and practice applying this idea very specifically to whatever you see. This table does not mean anything. This chair does not mean anything. This hand does not mean anything. This foot does not mean anything. This pen does not mean anything. Then look farther away from your immediate area and apply the idea to a wider range. That door does not mean anything. That body does not mean anything. That lamp does not mean anything. That sign does not mean anything. That shadow does not mean anything. Notice that these statements are not arranged in any order and make no allowance for differences in the kinds of things to which they are applied. This is the purpose of the exercise. The statement should merely be applied to anything you see. As you practice the idea for the day, use it totally indiscriminately. Do not attempt to apply it to everything you see, for these exercises should not become ritualistic. Only be sure that no thing you see is specifically excluded. One thing is like another as far as the application of the idea is concerned. Each of the first 3 lessons should not be done more than twice a day, preferably morning and evening, nor should they be attempted for more than a minute or so, unless that entails a sense of hurry. A comfortable sense of leisure is essential. Remember, when we feel the leisurefulness, the ease, we're feeling, and it's in the feeling that we change our consciousness, we change our mind. So that's lesson 1. So what I take from lesson 1 is the remembrance that the only meaning I think this has is what society has told me it has. The only meaning of my hand, I understand, is what society has told me it has. The only meaning of my foot, that door, this lamp, this table, is what society has told me it has. But the lens of the heart, which is vision, over time we'll learn to see it through truth, not just through what we've been told. So remember, if we woke up this morning and we had no memory, would we know that this is a pen? Would we know that this is a lamp? Would we know that this is a table? Okay, thank you. Remember, it says each of these first 3 lessons should not be done more than twice a day, preferably morning and evening. So remember, in the morning, that is the time when the mind goes from we're sleeping and then we wake up and then we become conscious that we're conscious. And in that moment, that's when we can start to shape the mind in alignment with truth, so we can help it undo the illusions of yesterday. So in the morning is an ideal time to set up your day. This teaching would help that if it feels like your truth. And again in the evening, maybe before you go to sleep, so that you go into your dreamscape with a fresh mind that you'll then wake to in the morning. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day. No thing I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place means anything. Bless you.